And control the Middle East, drive the United States military out of the Middle East, and destroy the state of Israel by weakening it politically, and people don't want to live there. So this is what is happening here.
We are seeing a very dangerous back and forth unfolding between two nuclear states.
Well, did you hear that? A back and forth unfolding between the two nuclear states. Let me turn it back.
By weakening it politically, and people don't want to live there. So this is what is happening here.
We are seeing a very dangerous back and forth unfolding between two nuclear states.
And they were talking about the back and forth between Pakistan and Iran. If you know anything about the geopolitics now, there is Iran launched a strike to Pakistan, and Pakistan retaliated. That's a major thing which is going on. There is a lot of major things going on, but recently, you see. So did he misspoke, or he said a back and forth between the two nuclear states? So what are they hiding, man? You see. And Iran got nuclear missiles, man. You see. So, without going any further, I want to begin by giving all the praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Lakaha Kadash, Dabohana to the elder and the apostles of the Trinstone who do well. A peace, blessing, and salutation to you, Akim, who are pushing this truth to the four winds of the heaven, beyond the forefront of the spiritual war, and to make sure Jerusalem is established as a praise here on earth again, as in the days of old. So this is the book of Jeremiah 51, in verse 46. It reads, unless your heart faint, and ye fear for the rumor that, and ye fear for the rumor that shall be heard in the land. A rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that another year shall come a rumor. And the classic example about this year there is a rumor, another year there is a rumor, is concerning the Iranian nuclear enrichment, man. You see, since 2019, man, we have been hearing about this year Iran is 2 weeks to obtain a nuclear bomb. This year Iran is 1 week. This year Iran is 3 months. You see? So, even there is a saying in Swahili that we say it lisemwalo lipo. And the meaning of lisemwalo lipo, if people are talking about something, they are saying somebody have been a homosexual, whatever, a homo. People can't just wake up and say, "Hey man, Derek is a more now." So there is something to Derek. Even if he is not a more officially, there is something to Derek. That's what lisemwalo lipo in Swahili means, really, man. And there is a lot of good saying in Swahili, man. You see? People can't just wake up and say, man, hey, man, there is such a thing known as the universe without it being there. People can't just wake up and say, hey, man, there is God. You see? Even though you have a lot of made-up stories, when it comes to this man's rulership with his science fiction, but a lot of things are there, man. You see, Esau doing all of this movie about superpowers, man. They are there. Esau doing all of this movie about zombies, man. He's getting ready to do something, man. Even over there in Davos, man, Esau discussing about disease X, man. See, there is something to it, man. People can't just wake up and leave everything they are doing to meet up somewhere in Davos to discuss about the so-called disease X just to entertain you, man. No, man. You see, the same thing with the prophet, man. We have been out of there for 70 years now. We're going 70 years now. Just to entertain you, man? No. So, even coming to the geopolitics, this title of this video, the beginning of audio, and I saw another brother, it was a brother or somebody, he was saying this is the beginning of audio, You see? So all hell is getting ready to break loose, man. You see? The beginning of sorrows, man, you are seeing. We are getting ready to see a wider conflict, man, over there in the region, in the Middle East, man. And that conflict won't be child play, man. The conflict which is going on in Ukraine, that's child play, man. With what is happening over there in the Middle East, man. Nukes will fly, man. You see? You see? So it's
well, what you have to realize that Pakistan's attack on Iran is unprecedented. I can't remember this ever occurred, especially a missile strike against an Iranian village.
And that's because earlier this week, an Iranian strike targeted what Tehran claims was a Sunni militant base in this area of Pakistan. That's in addition to airstrikes that the regime launched late Monday in Iraq and Syria. Also a response to the terror attack in Kerman, which has now been claimed by the Islamic State. All of this is part of a wider explosion of violence across the region. Houthi rebels have been attacking commercial vessels in the Red Sea since November last year. They say as an act of solidarity with the Palestinians and to pressure Israel into a ceasefire in Gaza.
It's not just the Houthis who are disrupting commerce or making attacks in kinetic elements right there in the Red Sea. We're also seeing 100+ attacks that are occurring in Iraq and also in Syria, which is another element of an Iranian-backed militia, the Kataib Hezbollah.
You mentioned the Houthi terror designation and that it was just reinstated to a certain extent.
The Biden administration has designated your group, the Houthis, as a terrorist organization. What is your reaction to that?
We would say to Biden, this label should be given to Netanyahu, he says.
Is there now a regional war underway between the United States and Iranian-backed groups, including Europe?
Yes, as we said, America announced the war against us, he says.
But following last week's U.S.-UK bombardment, those threats turned to action again. The U.S. military says fighter jets struck 4 anti-ship ballistic missiles preparing to launch.
You see, another news, Red Sea crisis, America making it worse. Why Sweden is gearing up for war. You see, Sweden is gearing up for war. Another news here, that was from First Post, and the Red Sea crisis, American making it worse, that was from First Post. It's a U.S. strike who's based in Yemen, Biden designated them as terrorists. See? First Post again, why Sweden is gearing up for war. And that nigga was telling his citizen, I saw another video from the brother, Balakala from Los Angeles. This nigga was telling his citizen to have a radio-operated battery, to have a flashlight, like prepping. He was telling his citizen to prep, basically, because they are getting ready to go to war with Russia, NATO. I think that's an old news. We have Canadian prep saying North Korea testing nuclear system. I see. Nuclear system. This I am praying here, man. He say North Korea and nuclear testing. 100,000 NATO troops to Belarus. You see, geopolitics, he say, shocking scene, Houthi rebel attack US destroyer in Red Sea. You see? So a lot of things are going on, man. India first response to Iran attack on Pakistan. See? He says Sunak first election wipe out Russia sanctions think UK economy. So they are struggling, man. And whenever there is economic constraint, what do? They take you to war. Case in point, going back during the Great Economic Depression in 1930, what do? One among, when you study history, one among the strong point why World War II happened was the leaders wanted to diffuse the tensions which was a domestic tension because of this economic constraint. Going all the way back to the Weimar Republic, but the Weimar Republic was, I think, after World War II, and Hitler came in and he built the German economy, but even the Great Economic Depression came, and they took everybody to war. So that's history for you. So going back to Jeremiah 51, and for the scripture telling, unless your heart faint, you see, and they fear for the rumors that shall be heard in the land, a rumor shall both come 1 year, and after that, in another year shall come a rumor, and a violence in the land, ruler against ruler. Therefore, behold, the day come that I will do judgment upon the graven image of Babylon, and the whole land shall be confounded, and all her train shall fall in the midst of her. You see? Then the heaven and the earth and all that is therein shall sing for Babylon, for the spoiler shall come unto her from the north, says the Lord. You see? As Babylon hath caused the slain of Israel to fall, so at Babylon shall fall the slain for the earth. You see? So that was a quick update, man. Let us go to Ezekiel 18 to close up. Ezekiel 18 and 4 it says, and they will return thee back and put a hook in thy jaw. That was going to Russia. If you have noticed anything, after Russia invaded Ukraine, these small countries, these weaker countries, as Joel calls them, say, let the weak say I'm strong. These weaker countries, they are getting more bold. I see, and they are getting ready to meet America in the battle, man, so to speak, and I will bring thee force in all the army, horse and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. Even a great companies, Bakrashid, all of them handling swords. And horse are the modern day swords, man, the missiles. You see? Persia, Ethiopia, Libya, all of them with shield and helmet. You see? So all of these nations, man, will come against Babylon, man. And this is the beginning of it. See. So we should say shalom. I hope you brothers were edified. On to the next.